Greetings, fellow unlucky souls. We are Leo, Tove and Oliver, and we are here to present the 3 levels of hell, or as my teacher likes to call them, jargon, language style and language register. These 3 topics covers a huge part of our modern day language, yet no one really knows what they mean. We have used 3 sources and have gotten 10 different answers. The only thing they almost have in common is that it has to do with our language. Let's do a deep dive into the first level of hell. Hello, I'm Oliver and I'm here to make an attempt at explaining what jargon is. For those of you who know, good job. And for those of you who don't, jargon is a context-specific language that has evolved to evade long explanations by using words that are understood by your coworkers or friends. Now I'm 90% sure some of you didn't even try to understand what I just said. To simplify it, jargon is words that have been evolved/been created to make you understand things faster. Take for an example, a guitarist might tell another guitarist to just beret it. Guitarists understand it immediately, but non-guitarists will need an explanation to what they heard. Here's a situation where jargon is used. Code blue, proceed with cardiopulmonary resuscitation. Get the automated external defibrillator ASAP. Now hospitals really do fancy their codes. Here are a couple examples of some of the codes used in a hospital. Code blue. Most commonly used code. Used when a patient is in cardiac arrest or showing sudden lethal symptoms. Code red. Fire. Code black. Bomb threat. Code pink. A child is gone. Code brown. Rain. No, but more serious weather conditions. Code yellow. Disaster. Code violet. Violent patient. Climbers also use a ton of jargon, which for non-climbers may be very confusing. Come on, only one hold left. Flag with your right leg. You'll reach a jug. Flash it. Bro, you want me to fucking what? Okay, I've spent way too much time. Who can fuck up the... Okay, I've spent way too much of my free time on this shit. Let's move on.
Hello there, my name is Tove and I'm gonna tell you guys about language styles. Language styles is a shit ton of stuff, I almost call God for this one. But I'm gonna try my best to explain what this is all about. Language styles refer to what words you choose to speak, in what tone you speak said words and syntax, which means how you construct sentences. Why these are different are a whole range of reasons. For example, it can depend on who you are talking to and what relationship you have with the other person. For example, you don't talk the same to your grandma as you do to your dog. Who's a good grandma? Yeah, you're a good grandma. Highly educated people fancy using their own language, mostly consisting of more complex words.
Whom's is a poshless young lady, it is thou, grandmother, you are looking mighty fine.
How rich or poor you are, what kind of education you have, your electrical bill, career, social status, and a lot more can influence how you speak.
Congratulations, you made it this far. Too fucking bad it's not over.
Hello, I'm Leo, and I'm here to teach you about informal and formal register. Register, from my understanding, is a context-specific way of talking. The distinct character here is who the target audience is and how you want to convey your message. Think of it as if you're singing. There are many ways you can produce a note. You can use your head voice, chest voice, or fry. But then, what does informal and formal mean? Well, let's fire up Google on our Commodore 64 and see what it says. Formal language is often used while speaking or writing for more serious purposes. It does not include first-person pronouns, contractions, or colloquialisms. For you who don't understand unnecessarily long, complicated, fancy words, I'm here to help. Contractions are where you put words together. For example, I am becomes I'm, you are turns into your, and should not shapeshift into shouldn't.
Colloquialism.
Refers to informal speech within different regions, like how Americans would say soccer instead of football, or how British people says crisps instead of chips. Let's take talking about lovemaking with your parents as an example. Using informal language, you might say, yeah pops, we fuck almost every night. A more formal way to say that would be that the two of us are trying really, really hard for a baby. Let's take another commonplace example that even Niels can relate to. Picture yourself holding a speech at the late Queen Elizabeth II's funeral. I'd recommend using more formal language than if you're talking to a friend over the phone where you should eat. If you however ignore my warnings and say, ding dong, the bitch you call Regent is dead, very sad, you can probably expect this at the exit.
It's over. You did it. You have acquired knowledge. If you listened, that is. If you did not listen, rewatch this once more. The following seconds may be dangerous to one's mental health. Watch at your own risk.